Is Kliff Kingsbury falling off in the second half of the season like in Arizona? I mean, we're only probably 2 games into the second half of the season, but I did notice some numbers. This is in a Sam Fortier story from the Post this morning.
Mm-hmm.
In the first 10 weeks, Jaden Daniels was off target on only 3.8% of his throws that traveled 5 air yards or fewer. So stuff at the line of scrimmage, he basically never missed.
Mm-hmm.
Last night against Philly, he was off target on 16% of those throws.
Okay.
And a lot of those throws were with the Eagles in a too-high safety scheme. So, like, you should be able to hit the underneath stuff.
Mm-hmm.
25 of Daniels' 32 attempts last night were short stuff inside of 5 yards. On intermediate passes of between 10 and 19 air yards, Daniels had a 137.2 QB rating prior to the rib injury. That number is now down to 80.3. 80.3 is still good, but 137.2 was crazy good.
Yeah.
And that's when the offense was really performing. I don't know if Kliff's offense is going backwards. I don't know if Jaden is hurt. Like they say those aren't issues. It's just there's a lot. It's hard to not notice the offense has been slowed down. Sometimes this just happens.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of the Junks this morning, and Cakes was saying, he's just an offensive coordinator now. He's not the head coach. When he was in Arizona, he had more stuff to worry about. At this point right now, we have a quarterback who has some injured ribs. They say that's not bothering him, but anybody had injured ribs, tell me that nothing bothers you. Okay?
I had him bothered the hell out of me.
Let's flip it over. You got an offensive line that has all 5 people got something going on. 3 of them, I know for sure, have multiple things going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could come and just blame all that on Kliff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the last 2 weeks, you didn't have your best running back. He came back last night and was running effectively. But nothing else was happening off of it.
The Bills are 8-2. Most people consider them a real Super Bowl contender. They get a chance to prove it this week with KC coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
They lost 2 in a row. The Ravens have 2 losses to 2 of the worst teams in the NFL,
Yeah.
the Browns and the Raiders. Like, some of this, you got to try to not get caught up in the moment and zoom out. But some of it also begs questions like an offense that all of a sudden is underperforming.
Yeah, but the offense is underperforming, and I think we are so gung-ho to try and make it what it was when he was in Arizona, in Kliff point, that we completely dismissed the injuries. Injuries cause a lot of issues. And we were just, going into this game, we were overly discussing how quick this game is coming for us. But we weren't really going about how quick it was coming for Philly.
Yeah, I mean, they had the same amount of time.
They had the same stuff. So it's like we have a mindset where we wanted to be what we wanted to be. It's a combination of things happening right now. Yes, people are probably figuring out some stuff, but that's not the end all be all. I think the injuries has more big issue to multiple people because the offensive line have been playing outstanding. Ross Tucker, talking to him yesterday, he said, when you look at this offensive line, you don't think that they're going to be good, but when they got together, they have been playing great football. Now they're all injured. One guy, Biotis has an ankle, a knee, all this
rib,
stuff.
shoulder, thumb.
So he got all that stuff. Wiley has multiple things. You got a young kid in Brandon Coleman who's now at 11 weeks. Think about that. he might be getting close to that little that slump or that wall where people hit. And you watched them play yesterday. Jaden didn't play well. But that also could be a fact that there were a lot of green jerseys in the backfield a lot.
Yeah. No, totally, man. Let me get to some of these calls. Raphael been on hold a while. Rafa, what's your blame pie? Where you at, buddy?
I'm over here. Tequila. Hey, my blame pie is offensive coordinator. coach, because there's some plays that you could do, some plays you weren't able to. What's our percentage of completing a fourth down? We're really good at completing a fourth down, but if the ball's in their side, hey, go for it. But if the ball's in our side, in the 30 or in the 45, I'd rather just kick it, to tell you the truth. But other than that, I'm hurting. And for having a short week, why don't the NFL realize this, have a bye, let's say bye at 8, and then you play a Thursday night football, on the 9th week. So you have a bye at first and then having a short week and with all these injuries. These players were tired.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Commander. Always good to hear from you, pal. Let's keep this going. Paul's in Upper Marlboro. What up, Paul?
Hey, thank you for taking my call. Listen, this is really simple. The offensive coordinator called a terrible game. And not just last night. He's called a terrible game the last couple of games. It is incumbent upon that offensive coordinator to build a game around Jayden because people have seen film on him. So they know what he's bringing to the table. Now, Jayden's not bad. He's not a bad quarterback. He's a great quarterback. But the offensive coordinator, he didn't even – Jayden doesn't call his own plays. The coordinator calls the plays. All he can do is execute what the coordinator asks him to do. Now, he didn't throw the ball downfield once all night. That's terrible.
You think that's on the offensive coordinator?
That's on the offensive coordinator because he didn't call the play.
There were plays called to throw it down the field, dude. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is the fact that the offensive coordinator has called a terrible game. Oh, they were so predictable last night. They slot to the right, slot to the left, run through the middle.
I wouldn't mind seeing them move Terry around a little bit more. Quinion was on him for most of his snaps. But dude, to say that there were no deep shots as a result of Kliff, I think is inaccurate. I think there were no deep shots as a result of Jayden.
We are also in a fairyland about this defense. This defense is okay, but they're not great. They gave up the game 3 games straight in the fourth quarter after having a lead. Let's be real about it now. I think we're lowering our bar.
Why do you think we had the lead? The defense was the reason that they had the lead.
Absolutely, but if you got your foot on somebody's neck, you don't take it up on the fourth quarter. That's not the way I played football. If once you got your foot on the neck, you don't just give a game away in the fourth quarter after having a lead for three quarters. Let's be real about it. That's happened 3 games straight.
Yeah, but you forget though, the guys on the other side get paid too, though, bro.
That's true. Absolutely. I agree with you. BMitch, look, I have a lot of respect for you, but I'm telling you, we got to look at this offensive coordinator. I'm telling you, if they got film on Jayden, it's incumbent upon him to build a new playbook. That's what has to happen.
You want a new playbook?
No, I'm not saying. I'm being facetious here, guys. Okay. I'm not talking about a brand new fit playbook. I'm just saying they got film on Jayden now. You got to change up. You got to change up. You can't run those same little plays every week. And they're gonna look at it. Once they got film on you, that's it. The coordinator has to make changes.
Thank you,
has
bud.
Enough weapons
I got a breaker. Landfill's going to kill me. I appreciate you, Paul.
Thank you, though. Thanks for taking my call, guys.